Ladies, can you meet me tomorrow at 1626 and 967 at the end? At the CVS with the glove when he's ready? Because I babysit tomorrow night. So I won't be able to bring him home after work. Because I have to be up again right when I get off.
At what time, babe?
I don't know what time he'll be done. It'll probably go at least 2 or 3.
I do have a booking at 2 o'clock tomorrow. But if it's closer to 3, I should be able to do it. Hey y'all, hey. All right, y'all know 3 is the green light for me. Hello, welcome to the Shawnee Show. 3 actually today might not be the green light because I'm celebrating finally busting over 1K. Thank you guys so much for being with me every single Wednesday night, every single Monday. Thank you guys for the shares, for the likes, for the comments. I'm well over like 1,100 now. So I'm excited. Um, and cheers to y'all. Cheers to me. Cheers to 11 Moons LLC. The growth has just been amazing. I'm so humbled and happy at the same time. It's beautiful to see.
Cheers.
This all started as like a tiny seed of faith, and it's just expanded. And y'all, excuse my face. I don't know what's going on with my face, but I'm getting some type of little rash on my face. It's so itchy. Y'all can't really see it that well, but that's good. But yeah, hey y'all. Thank y'all for the congrats. Thank y'all for being here. I did ask you guys to drop some questions earlier, and you did. So I'm gonna go through your questions. We'll start with Bryn. Maybe heat rash. I was in the heat. Tuesday, I was in the sun all day, and my skin is not used to me being outside all day anymore. So that could be it. Could be heat rash. The last time I was outside all day, I did get heat rash when we had my fiance's boat party. So could be heat rash. My face is just so itchy. Okay, so we'll start with Bryn. What opportunities are you manifesting within the next 6 days? That's a very specific question, but let me see if I can hone in on it. I toasted y'all and I didn't even take a sip. Thank you, Tiffany. Y'all know I haven't done a Q&A in a while. I've been making y'all 6 of these pick a numbers. I think over the next 6 days, some opportunities for you to to really plant new roots and create a new foundation are going to come up. It is going to feel like a heavy burden, though. You're going to feel a little bit overwhelmed mentally, spiritually, and in action. And you may lose a little bit of your confidence, but the key is to avoid the pattern and remember the lesson that the snake brings. You know, be solidified in your intentions, and when you get to that crossroad, make sure that you take the right direction. Therefore, you can solidify that foundation and, you know, get into position with your anchor, you know, and spirit will support you in that. Okay? So that was for Bryn. If you guys have questions, y'all can put them in the question box. It don't matter what questions you have to ask. I mean, what kind of question you wanted to ask. Y'all know I just hate when y'all ask me, like, why is my life shit and what is it gonna, like, when is my life gonna get better? Like, don't ask me no general ass shit like that, but anything else is fine. Ooh, there's 11 people in here. Hey, am I doing the right thing? Relationships. Let's see. I kind of want to change decks, y'all. I'm not feeling these decks, but I'm gonna keep going and see how I feel. I'm going to say yes, absolutely. I feel like you needed to breathe a new breath of fresh air into the energy that you give to relationships because you're tired of being disappointed and frustrated. And you've created your own happiness as a function of that. And you can stand strong in that fulfillment and in that pleasure and enjoy it. You know, it definitely is bringing balance, new beginnings, and great things your way. You've got the Ace of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Nine of Cups. We've got our beautiful Lily, the Stork, and the Ankh, okay? So, yes, this is all giving me yes, yes, yes. Okay, Forbes Beads, I can definitely answer that for you. Any advice for Scorpios this Taurus season? One thing I'll say for Scorpios is try not to be so internally instigative. As Scorpios, you tend to overly analyze and overly observe everything, and you may take things personal that are not personal and make assumptions that are untrue. And as a function of that, create certain levels of paranoia in your relationships, which destabilizes your roots. Y'all have to remember Taurus season is ruled by the second house, so it's about possessions and materials, you know, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it's all about, you know, expanding and wanting to be around beautiful people, places, and things. But the number 2 is about initiation, okay? So initiation between what? Between the different dualities that live within yourself, and initiation to solidify your roots before you get to the form of your tree. So as a Scorpio, watch your mouth. Don't be internally instigative. And also, I feel like you guys need to focus on business, not so much on relationships. You put more of your energy of love and that Venus flow that you have within you into business during this Taurus season. That was for Green Witch. Okay, moving on to the next question. I didn't answer Soul. Why is it not showing his question? Soul, are you in here? If you're in here, can you put your question in the comments for me? For some reason, it's not coming up for me. What is in the stories for me in the next couple of months financially? Okay, let's see. I need to pull out my 11 moons deck. That's what I'm about to pull out. Hey. if you're at home, make sure you put some water, wine, apple juice, whatever you want to drink in your cup, and take a toast with me. Cheers to 11 moons. We're celebrating breaking 1K.
What?
We already did it, but you missed it. I'm just telling this to the people that just came in. Unless you want to do another toast with me. Thank you. Y'all, this is my lazy hairstyle and everybody loves it. I'm glad y'all like it. TT, I feel like, okay, this coming month specifically is going to be a month where you may not be seeing a lot of financial growth because it's more about accumulation, and it's also more about, cheers, you guys, solidifying that knowledge and, you know, becoming firmly grounded in what you know and the way that it is that you make money. So you may find that this month seems a little bit financially stagnant for you, but after this month going into May, you'll find that you have some new financial opportunities. The main thing that you need to do though is save. You know, don't be out here just frivolously spending. Don't be out here thinking that you can just go willy-nilly without a budget. Don't watch for overindulgence is what I'm hearing basically. And that's really goes hand in hand with Taurus season anyway. So yeah, that's what I would say. Over the next couple of months, make sure that you stick to your budget. Focus on enhancing your existing skills or learning new skills. And then if not, towards the end of May, coming into June, you'll start to see some financial growth. Okay, that's for TT Indigo. Hey, Ducky. All right, so let's see who had a question next. Let's see if Soul put his question in the comments for me. You guys, make sure that you put your questions in the question box, except for Soul, because I told him to put his in the comments. But if you're a new one, you have dropped a question, make sure that you put your question in the question box, okay? My question was, is my vision going to be experienced as my situation with this next project launch? Let's see. Let me pull out my 11 Moons deck. She wants to come out and play. Oh, did y'all see that? Oh my goodness. Hey, Ray. If you're just joining, if you have a question, you can drop your question in the question box. I'm doing questions to celebrate 1K. Y'all know I normally don't do this. I stick y'all with the pick of numbers. But Spirit said, give them an old school live. Hit them with the questions. Hit them with the questions. So here I am. Yes, so I do think that your vision, let me see. Let me make sure I answer your question the way that you asked it. I do think that your vision is going to be experienced with this next project launch. You definitely have to remain disciplined though, and make sure that you stand on your square and on your intentions despite what's going on externally. Also, I feel like sometimes you can be a little bit like too focused on the spiritual aspect of things, and you need to make sure that you marry that with the practical aspect of things on this specific journey. But you're supported by Spirit in this, and I definitely think that you're going to see a good turnout. You know, you have Dominion, the number 10, completion, that comes with new beginnings, so that's a great sign in and of itself. Blue Lotus comes through in reverse. This is why I say you need to focus a little bit more on the physical and practical aspect of things. The rose lets you know that you are protected. You are definitely going to be abundant. The rose is a strong symbol for Venus as well. And moving into Taurus season, it is, ruled by Venus. You have the star, again, affirming that. You'll see 16 on this card, 1 being the seed, 6 being the point of healing, that breath of fresh air, and 7 being the divine assessment as you move into this new garden, okay? So, yes, 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 yes. I feel like dropping the cards don't be a good sign. It's just be me being clumsy sometimes, but sometimes it be like, I don't know, like just some messages don't want to come out. Let me see. Soul Brand Greenridge Feelings, are you in here? How is my, because I can't see your question either. Can you drop your question in the comments? How is my business venture looking on the days to come? Feelings, if you're in here. You're welcome, soul. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Okay, can you drop your question in the question box again? I can't see it for some reason, same as soul, so I don't know why. I feel like you need to change something about your business venture. To me, it's not looking good. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like you need to go back to the drawing board. Like there's too many people trying to run shit, and things aren't necessarily flowing as smoothly as they could flow. And I feel like that's going to have a negative effect in the near future. So you need to shake up that energy and shift that. Speak up about whatever it is that has been bothering you and making you feel like things are going this way to begin with. Because if you don't, it's just going to end up being a situation where you're going to feel betrayed, your feelings going to be hurt, and then things are not going to be clear. And you're not going to be able to expand, which is what you're looking to do. Does that make sense? Goddess_C. Let me see. Will I be granted acceptance into the master's program this year? Am I making the right choice? Cool, goddess. Hey, TP. I feel like the answer is yes, yours truly. However, there's a sacrifice that you're going to have to make. I don't know if this has to do with like your relationship, or if you're not in a relationship, there's certain groups that you're a part of that you're committed to that you're just not going to have time for. But it seems like you're going to have to make a sacrifice and isolate yourself a little bit in order for this to fully see itself through. But yeah, I do think that you're going to be accepted. Yes. But you have to make that sacrifice. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. That was for yours truly. Okay. Let's see. We did her. Okay, you guys. I think I answered all of the questions in the question box. I'm going to answer Tiffany's question because it's right here in the comments. But if you have a question, drop it in the question box, okay? You're welcome. Did that make sense? I'm approaching another big decision. My question is, should I make it based on what I see or what I feel? Should you make it based on what you see or what you feel? Do you mean like you want me to say what you see or what you feel, or you want me to say that you should make a different decision? Not necessarily that you want me to say, but like, what do you mean in your question? Should you follow your what you're seeing, or should you follow your heart? Hey, should you follow what you're seeing or follow your heart? Is that what you're asking? Maybe that's what you're asking. Let me see. Let me see what's about to come out. Should, okay, I see. That's what I was thinking, but I just wanted to make sure. Peace. Oh my god, this is so petty for these cards to come out like this. So I feel like you're in denial about thinking that your mind and like your heart and your mind are not on one accord, because really they are. There's a lot of repressed desires that you have going on, and a desire for new beginnings and just like freedom and just difference. You want different scenery, you want a different atmosphere, you just want something different. You know what I'm saying? And so you know that you feel like that, and your mind is also telling you that it's just like familiarity and loyalty and like nurturing, and that masochism that Pisces tend to have with creating their own suffering because they want to be there or they want to be loyal. It's that, because your mind and your heart are saying the same thing. If you ask me, Lilith comes through, meaning that there's repressed desires that are going on. You don't feel like you can fully be the woman that you want to be, and then also you feel like you have to sneak and like hide certain parts of yourself. Then the new moon, the slate being wiped clean and new beginnings to come through. Let that thing swing. We all know what that means, okay? Let that thing swing. Let's go ahead and get out there. You have the birds. You need to gain a new community, gain new alliances. The coffin, letting a situation die, in the tree, re-solidifying your foundation within yourself. So yeah, does that make sense, Tiffany, before I move on? Because I know that was a lot. Hey, Britt, say who you were pulling for. Tiffany. Okay. Hey. Okay. Does that make sense before I go on? She's so wild. Yeah. Question for a friend. Yes, I do see 2 questions in the question box, friend. Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's see. What about the written exam? She just want to know if she gonna pass. Did she study? Did she study? Keeps failing. I feel like this is not really what she's meant to do. This is not the direction that she's meant to go in. So that's why she keeps failing this. I'm not saying that she's going to fail again. Hell, she might pass this time, but it seems like she's having to sacrifice a part of herself that doesn't necessarily need to be sacrificed. And then she's denying or betraying another aspect of herself to be able to plant these new seeds. And it's like, at the end of the day, when you get into this space, are you really going to be happy? Like, are you really gonna be happy? I feel like she needs to reevaluate her plan, to be honest. But you know, if she's gung-ho on doing this, then I would say she just needs to make sure that she studies every single day and sets out time to practice, so that she sets up her line of defense. If math is her weak point, then every day between 2 and 4, or 4 and 6, or whatever hours work for her, she needs to be working on math. You have the agape love come through with Mars, so there's like a defense and like a combat energy that I'm feeling with this. And then North Node, which the North Node is your direction, so it's like you're defending against your own direction to me. And then the Child, it's like this puts you into a position where you feel kind of broken and beat down, and you're not able to fully walk into new beginnings and allow things to die. So that is like betraying yourself in a way. It's like kind of sneaking in and putting yourself into a position that you don't need to be in. So what you need to do is plant new seeds for your own happiness and for your own pleasure emotionally, because this is emotionally draining for you. So yeah, that's what I have for that. Girl, there was another question in here, unless I'm tripping. How does business look in the near future? Start fresh, doing something new, or continue what I'm doing? Let me see. Might be the relationship with the ex. Might be, I don't know. Let me see. So I think you need to continue what you're doing, but you need to refine your processing, like change the way that you're doing what you're doing. Because it's not necessarily that what you're doing isn't working. It's just you're not putting enough energy into it, one. And then two, your processing needs to be refined in a way that works better. And Spirit has been testing your faith and making sure that you're in it for the long haul, that your heart is in it. So you definitely can't just abandon ship and start something new. That's not going to work. Thank you, Goddess. Hi, Angela. Yeah. Yeah, that's for London Stacks. I am applying for aesthetic school. Is that the right thing? Will it start my success? I think so. Especially if you're committed, and you're disciplined about it. It's like, it seems like you've prayed for this. You've kind of gotten to a position where this is something that you really wanted. So you can't pray and worry at the same time. It's just a matter of you putting on your big girl panties and creating the structure that you need to create for this to be able to work within your life. But yes, I do think that it's a good, I think it will serve your success, yes. Did I miss anyone's question? What should I focus on? Whoever just came in and said, am I late? What are the questions? Yes, you are late, but no, you're not too late. You need to just put your question in the question box. You can ask whatever you want, as long as it's not too general or too deep, because I don't do deep situations on live. Like, don't ask me about no death or or like if you're having like a situation with your kids, custody, things like that, or health, like if you're pregnant, don't ask me nothing like that on live, okay? But anything else you can ask me. But I told you to put it in the comments, feelings, because it's not popping up in the question box. I don't know. Okay, London. You gotta put your question in the comments, love. Very wise. What I just said about y'all seen how that just flew out the deck like that? About answering things online. Mm-hmm. Focus on your dreams. Britt, focus on your dreams. You definitely need to be focused on your dreams. I know that sounds very general, but I feel like there's been specific things that have been revealed to you in your dreams, and you're starting to recognize the divine presence of God within you. And it's taking you some time and some shedding to kind of release and notice that the sun is shining on you, but you're starting to see it nonetheless, and you need to focus on what makes you feel like your dreams, like what you're passionate about, what you see when you go to bed at night, that the other realm that you go to, you know what I'm saying? The person that you see when you think about your higher self, the life that you see, that's what you need to focus on. Whatever those intentions look like, and you need to get very disciplined and structured about it. All of y'all have this energy of discipline and structure that's coming up. Be methodical and consistent. Spirit likes consistent energy. You can't ask yes, put your question in the question box, Angela. You can't ask spirit to do something for you and you're not being consistent in doing certain things that you need to be doing for yourself. It's like I told y'all, like y'all want people to take y'all on $130 dinners and spend $145 on your nails, and you don't even want to clean your house or get up and wash your face and brush your teeth every morning. Like, sis, no. Nobody's doing that. Thank you, Brand. Be consistent. I know I went off track, Britt. I'm sorry. That message was for everybody because it keeps coming up. Be consistent was my point in going on that track. But focus on your dreams, girl. Neptune comes up. Neptune is the planet of dreams. It's the planet of karma. It sometimes can play into that energy of Pluto where certain things come up from past lives or spiritual relatives or soul partners. Not necessarily soul partners. I won't say soul partners, but like soul connections between you and spirit. So you're starting to focus on these things and build these things up, and it's bringing a certain level of abundance in your life. So you need to continue to focus on shedding and breaking those patterns. You know what I'm saying? You'll see 36 on this card. 3 is the form of the tree. 6 is the divine point of healing, that breath of fresh air. And then 9 is your completion, your resolution. So it's time for you to drop that cross. You know what I'm saying? And then the moon is not the tarot moon, it's the oracle moon, but it's the same thing. Habitual cycles and emotional subconscious revelation. 32 is on this card. Again, 3 with the form of the tree. 2 is the number of initiation, and then 5 is our number of change, conflict, struggle. It's the turning point. You got to go through some fire to get to the change, okay? And then here we go with the Hierophant. It's very spiritual energy. It's that bridge between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. So you focus on building that bridge, and it happens in your dreams. You know what I'm saying? So you build from that space, and you create your foundation built based upon that. Does that make sense, Britt? Okay, let's see. We got 2 more questions in the box. What do I need to do to attain and be set? Let me answer someone else, Goddess. I answered 2 questions for you already. I was Soul. See, now your question wants to pop up, Soul. What area needs the most focus? I just answered that. No, I am down to right. I'm not a traditional person, so I'm really struggling with finding a home here or allowing myself to travel more. So, Forbes Beads is your question. Should you settle down or travel more, or like, what is your question? Are you still in here? Thank you for the hearts, Brand. Make sure y'all tap the hearts, share the live. Um, you can send Cash App to Shawnee11LS. That's SHAUNIE11LS. Um, okay, can you clarify your question for me, babe? Can you clarify for me, please? You guys can book a personal session with me on my website, 11moons11.com. The link is in my bio. If you're not following me, make sure you follow me, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traditionally, I should buy a forever home. Okay. But you don't have to follow tradition. So if you think you should travel more, then you should travel more. I feel like I don't want to pull cards on that because it's not one of those situations where I'm going to give you the guidance. You know what you need for yourself. It may have Angela. I got to check the question box again, and then I'll let you know. Spirit knows what it wants, and Spirit will move you to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? For a reason. And if you feel like you should be traveling more, then you should be traveling more. If you don't want to be traditional and settle down, then don't do it, because that's not for you. That's just like some people don't believe in astrology, and that's fine. Like, that's your business. I'm not going to argue you down about it. Like, that's your life and your business and what you want to feel. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like you don't want to sow seeds in a certain place and you want to experience the world as a whole, then do that. You don't have to surrender to anybody's traditions or societal ideals. That's just, I feel like that about everything. But even in the cards, what you tolerate, you encourage, and then surrender come through in reverse. So you're tolerating society coming in and putting its traditions and restraints upon you. You're negating the love and the mercy that Spirit has for you to be able to experience the type of lifestyle that you want. And you need to release that, because it's not for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not for you. So do what's for you. Do what your spirit feels called to do. I hope that was helpful. I know that was kind of direct, but that's how I read, y'all. Y'all know how I am. Let me check for Angela's question. Did anybody else put up a question besides Angela? Because this thing is... Oh, Dana. Is it me self-sabotaging, or is he just not the one? Girl, I hope this is not the same guy. But let me see. What? Hey, can you do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? I think it's both, Dana. I think it's both. I think you're self-sabotaging and he's not the one. You have the sun, the tree, and the God. So this is telling me, the connection is cool between this guy. You've kind of solidified a strong foundation. But then you have generational healing, solar plexus, and protection is power. So that tells me that you don't feel like you can be settled in this relationship. Like, you don't feel safe. You don't feel secure. And so that tells me that he's not the one. And because you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure, you're not being open. Like, You're not allowing your divine feminine energy to shine through the best way that it could, because you feel like you have to protect yourself and you have to provide for yourself, like in real life. So yeah, I don't think that he's the one. And I think because you have so many trust issues, and because you have been dealt a bad hand in love, that it's really hard for you to plant new emotional seeds. So I do think it's a little bit of both. But you need to get out of your own way. This guy ain't the guy, but that don't mean that you have to shut down dating completely, because that new beginning is on the way for you. Three of Swords come through in reverse, baby. With the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, come on. That's a great message for, is there new love to come in my life? That's like, yes, yes, honey, yes. Okay. Yes, Bree, just text me. Just text me. When is my money coming? Okay, feelings. Let me see. When is your money coming? Hazy. Thank you. Girl, this deck was expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But it was worth it. It paid itself off with me doing readings. Feelings, it seems like it's going to be a while before your money comes. I feel like 4 or 5 months, or maybe 6 weeks. Seems like there's some sort of delay going on. I'm not sure what the delay is, but you're going to be frustrated during that delay, and you're going to have to do your best not to let your emotions get the best of you. But yeah, I'm going to say, I don't know how soon you're expecting this money. So if you're not thinking it's going to be months out, because I feel like 4 or 5 months. But if you're not thinking it's going to be months out, then I'm going to say about 5 or 6 weeks. Because that could be, it as well. But I do feel like there's a delay, and you're going to have to maintain your balance during that delay and stay grounded. Had some other stuff on that side I wanted to. Girl. Should I fall back from this friendship/relationship? Okay, let's see. Hey. Honestly, Z, I feel like no. not like a hard no, like girl, stay in it to win it, like not like that, but I do feel like there's something to be gained from this situation, and falling back right now may be a little bit premature. I also feel like there's some closure that needs to happen, and new beginnings that have to come before that closure can happen. So I feel like even if you try to fall back right now, you wouldn't necessarily be able to, because this is something karmic that you had to experience. And you just need to go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, You need to go through it. You have the number 6 come through. You have the full moon in reverse. This is telling me, we're moving forward, not backwards. And not only that, we're embracing new beginnings with the lessons that we've gained, but it doesn't necessarily come with releasing or letting things go, right? Then get out of your head and into your body. So you have been thinking about certain things, and then your mind is not necessarily aligning with your feelings, and you want to move, but you have to get those things on one accord first, because otherwise it's no point in taking action. You have Hod come through, which the majesty and splendor of God, coming through and letting you know that regardless of what you do, you're going to be in a position of abundance, but you need to explore this relationship for your own karmic revelation, for your own sense of self-worth, for your own closure and resolution, to rebuild your faith in relationships and your ability to gain pleasure, right? Your ability to regain that balance between the divine masculine and feminine principles, and what's that supposed to look like in relationships. Bringing that new birth and energy to situations, and letting go of that cross, because you don't have to carry it, because you have somebody else holding you down. Now, it's not consistent, right? Which is the problem. Because it's like, on one hand it looks good, but there's some other things, I'm not really. But everything that glitters isn't gold. Nothing's going to be perfect. So don't miss out on your fortune too busy thinking about situations that you've already walked away from. Okay? Yes, I'm saving this, Brit, so you'll be able to see it. Let me see. Trying to got a new business beginning. I see them not working. Relationship, business. Yeah, feelings. I feel like there was going to be some problems from when I answered your last question with that business relationship. Not hardly get money coming my way. Yeah, I did say there was delays with the money. Business wise, what should I focus on? Okay, let me see. All right, y'all. I think this is the last question. If I missed your question, please put it in the comments. If this is the last question, I'm going to do just a collective pull to see what message comes out for you guys. And then I'm going to get off so I can eat dinner because I'm hungry. And then I got you, Bree. Right after I eat, I can do that quickly. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Angela, in terms of business, what should you focus on? I think you need to focus on building a network of people who are really loyal to you, who really have your best interests at heart, and who can really help you. Because right now it's like you're trying to do everything on your own, and you have to source a lot of ideas, and just go through a lot of processing that really could be easier on you if you had a better support system. So I think building like a team and a support system is what you need to focus on in your business right now. Hi, Crystal Intentions. They mean I need this truly. I'm self-sabotaging my life, business, moving on. Are you still in here, Forbes Beads? What do you mean by this? Hi, honey, how are you? I love Ari. She's so fine in that voice. Okay, well, can you clarify your question for me, boo? Of course. Thank you for joining. Y'all remember I said I'm going to do a collective message, so don't leave yet. Feel like I stopped myself from moving on. So how can you stop yourself from self-sabotaging? Let's ask that question. Girl, you gotta put some fire under your ass. Gotta put some fire under your ass. Take heed to everything that I was saying earlier about discipline, about dominion, about creating that structure and standing on your shit. That's number one. Secondly, you gotta stop procrastinating and waiting till the last minute to do shit. Because if you would hustle while your business is good, if you would just keep the hustle momentum high enough, when things go down, like, you won't even have to worry because, like, things are already in place. It's already automations in place. It's already marketing in place. It's already new product drops in place, or whatever it is that you have going on. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be a little bit more diligent in facilitating those things, whether business is going good or bad. And also, you need to plan out your days a little bit better. Like, instead of saying, okay, today I have to do this for the business and just leaving it at that. From 2 to 4, I'm focusing on this. From 4 to 8, I'm focusing on this. Like, make it more black and white outline so that you give yourself some bars. Like, you need, I know it feels like you're restraining yourself by doing that, but you're not. You're creating more free time by being more intentional with your time. Okay? So that's the way that you can stop self-sabotaging. Okay, I have answered all of the questions from what I can see. Thank you. I have answered all the questions from what I can see. So I'm just going to do a quick collective pull. But before I do that, I just wanted to touch on this, you guys. I don't ever post about this stuff or any of that because I don't like to see it so hyper sensationalized. I'm glad that we finally got a guilty verdict. You know, that was definitely some accountability. I won't really call it justice, but accountability for sure. It's a step in the right direction. Right after that, we have this young girl who was killed by police. Granted, she was trying to kill somebody else or harm someone else. I feel like they could have handled the situation, thank you, boo, a little bit differently. But, you know, I don't necessarily agree with the fact that they should be just plastering this as another black person killed by police, because that's not really what happened. And I'm tired of them overly including this in everything, in TV, in movies, in the news, in social media. It's like, I know that black people are not the only people getting killed by police. There's white people getting shot by police. There's Mexican people getting shot by police. And yet we don't see it as much as we see black people getting killed by police. Yes, black people get probably harmed by police on a larger scale. I will never negate that. But my point is, it's intentional that they are putting this in our face every single chance they get, blasting it in our face left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. And they want us to be angry. They want us to be outraged. They want us to be oppressed. And I'm not doing that. And the fact that y'all want people to sit up here and do that is crazy to me. I'm not doing that. And I'm not about to desensitize myself to the fact that this girl was trying to stab somebody else. If somebody was trying to kill my fiance and I have a gun and somebody running up on her with a knife and I shoot, I may not shoot to kill, but I'm gonna shoot you because, girl, if you think you're finna kill my fiance, you got me fucked up. Like, I just don't understand. And people are like, another blah, 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 blah. Like, it's complicated. There's a lot of things that probably could have been handled differently. Yes, these cops need training and all this other stuff, but do y'all seriously want to live in a world where violence against black people by the police, which is a part of our own government, is so publicly blasted and repetitively sensationalized that people become either desensitized to it or they have PTSD. Because I don't know about y'all, but when I'm in my car driving along the road and a cop is behind me, it don't matter if I'm speeding, it don't matter if I'm doing everything right, all my papers are in order and all of that. I have anxiety and I feel like I'm about to have a fucking panic attack. And it's because of all of this shit. Like, I agree, TT. They could have tased her. They could have tased her. But the point is, they didn't even have to, like, publicize that right after we just had a win. Like, they could have kept that under wraps until all the details and all that came out and the family is settled. Like, they just, it's like they get off on displaying this stuff, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. You guys need to be mindful about constantly sharing these things. I'm not saying like the posts that are like, you know, their lives matter, or like, you know, say their name, like that's fine, but like actually sharing these freaking videos of black people being killed all the time. Like, what do y'all think that does? And then, you know what? I'm not even. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. It's traumatizing to see it over and over again, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It gives me anxiety, and I'm tired of it. And I don't think that you guys should be constantly sharing and indulging in this. I feel like it's a ritual. Honestly, TC just said it's a spell. Yes, I feel like it's a ritual, and I don't want to be a part of it. And I'm just like, people are so blinded by this groupthink mentality that y'all don't even see what they're doing to our minds and our emotions. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Okay, enough. Let me see what this collective message about to say. Because y'all know I normally don't even talk about this stuff, and it's not because I don't care. It's because I have very strong opinions. I don't have time to argue my opinions with everyone. And me putting my opinion on social media isn't changing anything. If I'm not over here marching and doing what I need to do within my community to create change, then I feel like I shouldn't be up here constantly going in about the inequalities of the world. I'm doing my part to change society, so I just do that in action, and I keep my opinions to myself. But I had to say something about this. Exactly, Bryn. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. It's like they want to create trauma. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense that every single show or TV show ends up having some type of episode or plot about police killing black people. Stuff that don't even have nothing to do with nothing. Like, ain't no cops or nothing in the show, and y'all putting this in the storyline. For what? For what? I just don't get it. Especially that I'm not watching that show, them. I'm not. I keep hearing everybody talk about it. I'm not watching it. I'm not. Yes. I'm sick of it. Yes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, y'all are... Girl. I have 33 seconds, y'all. So I'm about to end this. And come right back. Give me 1 second.